Hello and welcome to Dork Tales. Hi everybody, I'm the Dungeonmaster Callie, and tonight we are doing our session 0 for our new weekly game, which means we have 2 weekly games, which is ridiculous on me. And this one is the new Dungeons & Dragons adventure, Rime of the Frostmaiden. Joining me tonight are 4 players, 3 of which you've met before, 1 of which is brand new. Why don't we go ahead and introduce ourselves, just in case you don't know any of us. So again, I'm Callie, I'm the Dungeon Master. And I'm here all the time, so if you watch any Dork Tales, you've probably seen my face. Let's go to my right with, hi Hayden.
Hi everybody, I'm Hayden. I'm losing my mind about how excited I am to play this module. Dude, you're giving me horror, and it's Halloween time. Listen, it's September, it's already Halloween, that's where I live.
It's Halloween half the year, what are you talking about? There's Halloween and after Halloween.
Exactly. No, it's just always Halloween for me. But I've been super hyped for this module, and Kallie's like, what I'm thinking of doing is yes. Are we saying who we're playing yet?
Yeah, let's introduce ourselves, and then we'll go through and talk about our characters a second round.
Yeah, but that's me. I'm Hayden. I'm a voice actor. I'm also in the It's Always Magical in Phandelia campaign. You guys might know me as Galatea Brookbolt, the insane gnome barbarian. And this character I'm going to be playing this time is very different, so I'm really hyped.
A little bit.
A little bit.
All right, so next up we have Christine.
Hi, I'm Christine, and yeah, I'm in most of the games on this channel, so you might recognize me from such things as generic fantasy setting number 17735. No. It's Always Magical in Phandelia, Werewolf the Forsaken, which is a brewery park.
The only one you're not in is
Hunter the
Vampire.
Vigil, which is in the backlog. What else am I in?
Strahd and Hexador.
Strahd, right? We're also in Curse of Strahd. And the Secrets of Hexador House.
Yep. All right, let's continue snaking around, and we'll end with the newbie. So, hello, Mike.
Hey, guys. It's Mike.
It's your boy.
It's Mike. Anyways, so for people who have seen me before, I'm in, of course, in generic fantasy setting number 17735. I've been in the Star Trek game, Hunter the Vigil. I feel like I've been in another one. I don't know. I'm part of Dork Tales. I'm Mike. Sure. Let's move on.
All right, and finally, welcome to the team, Robin.
Hello. Relatively new to D&D. Hayden, I have to thank for getting me into D&D. Played a little campaign with her, in person.
I ran her first.
She went off back to.
Aww.
The first time character, and she messaged me asking if I'd be down for a horror setting, and I'm like, hells yeah. And she's like, do you want to be part of Dork Tales? I'm like, yeah, because I've seen you from Phandelia. And so, first time streaming ever, so yay, new experience.
Don't worry.
And I'm super excited, so.
All right, so that's the entire team for today. So let's talk about some D&D.
Yay!
Yay, I had to grab my hat because I forgot my dice. Okay, so...
I got dice.
You got dice? Everybody has dice? Okay.
Got
so
dice.
This is session 0. So this session, we're mostly just doing a meet and greet and getting our characters kind of figured out the rest of the way. So everybody's already pre-generated, right? You all have your stats rolled and all your basics did? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are running Rime of the Frostmaiden, which I have tabbed the hell out of. And so it is a setting in the Forgotten Realms, the world of Faerun, above the spine of the world, basically in Super Alaska. The setting is such. What you all know about your backstory is you have been there for at least 2 years, because that's the last time that the sun rose inside of Icewinddale. The sun doesn't exist. There is nothing but darkness from 10 p.m. till 2 p.m. daily. And then the rest of the time, the world exists in this quasi-twilight state. All right? So those of you without dark vision, I'm sorry. So you have been living and moving around this area called the 10 Towns. And what we're going to figure out today is whether or not you know each other, whether or not you're a pre-existing party, or how we're kind of working you into the story. And then we're going to go generate some trinkets for you. We're going to talk about what type of adventures you want, because this game is very modular. In fact, you can start in any one of the 10 towns, each with its own adventure that spans the first 140 pages of the book. It's big. So we will figure out like what kind of area you want to live in, what kind of adventures you want right off the bat, because 2 of the starter ones are vastly different in theme. Basically a Norwegian murder mystery / a Ghibli film with some creepy stuff. So like very different tones. But before we do that, we should probably figure out who you are. So do we want to go in reverse or go back to the top with Hayden?
Go to the top. Go
To the top. So
Okay.
Hayden, why don't you tell us about your character so we know who they are?
All right, I'm going to be playing Lysithian Callisto. Their accent is a little rough right now because I'm a little tired, but it's going to be
Is it going to be like that?
Sort of a little bit like this.
Oh, okay. I like it. I like it a little.
Sort of a little bit like this.
I'm
So
gonna have the
like,
hardest time pronouncing your name.
Yep, same.
yep, you're welcome. I made it difficult. I'm playing Lysithian Callisto. I'm a non-binary moon elf, and they are a wizard, so I'm squishy, but I'm powerful.
Squishy but powerful.
Squishy but powerful, and I'm a little bit tend to keep to myself a lot of the time. Keep a lot of people at arm's length, but if you're cool, maybe.
Do we want to share background as well? Like the chosen background, not backstory, but
Background. For background, I have chosen Far Traveler.
Far Traveler. Oh, you would go Far Traveler. Good.
Yes.
I feel like that one's better than the other one you were looking at. It's cool.
Yeah, it just worked better the way my character wound up going.
That's fair.
So, like, especially now, I think it just fits them a lot better.
Oh, hell yeah, Hannah. They're moon elves.
Yeah, dude.
They're like, is your character, they have slightly blue skin, right?
Well, according to the PHB, moon elves can be sort of very pale, or they can also be known as gray elves, or they can be pale with like a blue undertone. Okay. I went like quite blue because of the makeup I'm going to be doing. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. I am excited for your character. I think they will be a lot of fun.
Me too.
I don't want to reveal anything at all.
I
so
know,
try to keep your secret.
I'm so excited.
And I also wanted to say that I'm really excited because we have a fantastic artist named Lynn who's doing all of our character portraits. We have the line art already, but the full colors are coming in shortly, and they're going to be like up in our top corners, like in our other D&D games, and they're going to look so good.
I love it so much so far. I'm so glad that we went with Lynn. Like,
yeah.
I'm such a big fan of her art. She does a lot of Critical Role art, and that's how I found her.
I feel like her art for us is better than the stuff she has on her Tumblr even. Like, it looks like it's like elevated. I don't know.
It looks really good.
Her art has like I've been watching her for a while, and it's just been getting better and better and better. Like, my favorite is like a comic she did recently that it's the one that I sent you, where it's like everything is just so beautifully detailed. I'm like, I just love it.
Nice. All right, so let's move ahead and move on. Christine, tell us a little bit about who you're playing.
Well, I'm going to play Callie Thornhill, who is a halfling druid with a folk hero background.
This is our first halfling in any game, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think we've had a halfling yet.
Yeah, Galateo is almost a halfling.
I was tempted by Gnome mainly for the dark vision, but then I was like, I like the halfling lucky stuff. And
yeah, no,
I was a halfling in Starfinder.
Lucky's great.
That's true. You were a halfling in Starfinder.
Yeah.
So in the Pathfinder modules stuff, essentially.
Okay. And
Pathfinder adjacent.
What was her background?
Folk hero.
Folk hero. Okay.
So I'm pretty excited about trying this out and trying out druidy stuff, and it's interesting because I'm like conflicted with trying to not be the same as Tia in generic fantasy, but I'm probably going to go Circle of the Moon as well because it gives you more options for wild shape, which I kind of want to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a primary spellcaster. I want to be like, I'm a wolf.
Fair enough.
And I want you to use it really utility, like turn into mice to go into buildings, turn into bats to hide in caves. Like, have fun with it, right?
Well, I think the reason she doesn't use it that as often is because you only get 2
That's true.
until you rest. So
But it's a short
you do
rest,
have to
right?
be careful how you use them. Yeah, but it's not like we were short resting regularly.
That's true. So a couple of quick rules things, because Robin, at the very least, there are some things that I do differently from the core book. One is that attunement with magic items is a little quicker. Normally it takes about a day. I do it in like, I do that in short rests in about 10 minutes, long enough to catch your breath and like bind a wound, because an hour-long short rest sucks. So
Yeah.
Okay,
also,
cool.
when you roll hit
Sweet.
points, 1s and 2s are test rolls.
Yeah.
Because
I don't have a voice figured out. I'm going to attempt one maybe.
I think you should. I think you should
But-
just go kind of light and lilting and like,
Yeah.
oh, hello, I'm a little halfling.
I think the only trick though for myself is if I start doing that and I hear Hayden talk, I'm probably going to get sucked into Hayden's accent.
Yup.
Just
If I hear something too much,
Everyone's
I
going to
notice
just sound
when
like
we
me.
play Fandelia, I start sounding more and more like Galatea.
Oh, and
as
it's
we go.
great. I love it.
And I'm like, I'm the big burly orc who punches you in the face.
and wears a sparkly
And I
dress.
feel like up kind of like with the lilting sort of
Yeah, no,
accent. I'm like,
yeah, whereas Galatea's just like, I'm falling into just Lysithia voice. I don't
See,
know how to get that.
When you first started talking, I thought you were going to be talking with kind of like a voice like this, like, hey, yo, I'm one of the, like, I'm a moon elf. I come from, like, the Bronx.
No,
How you doing?
little bit, sort of based on Jester.
Russian.
From
Are you with those
Critical Role.
elves that are squatting over there drinking out of bottles from paper bags?
Black.
Yes.
Well, black. We are
Moon, like-
wearing our like.
No,
our-
if I was
our-
gonna do like Bronx, I'd be like a little bit more like this.
Where are you
Oh
from,
my.
kid?
Fuck you. That's all you need to know.
Super black.
so we'll see what happens with accent. But I have like all costume pieces. The last piece arrived today, which is very exciting. So I have stuff to wear, and I might wear a wig. I haven't
So many
decided yet.
cats. So many
I'm
cats.
gonna have to try it
Oh my
on.
cats.
The other
All
cat is resting their paws on my screen, so if it moves.
All right, Mike. Let's hear it. Who are you?
All right. So I am playing Katerina Firestring. She is a human bard. As people who have followed us and have seen me in games before, you'll know that Xeno is actually the
Your normal
opposite of
character.
what I usually play. My normal character is actually the opposite of what I usually play. So he's actually one of my first male characters. So I'm going back to a female character for this one. She has a background of entertainer. Super stoked to play her. I think she's going to be a lot of fun.
And we already pre-rolled your secret that we're not going to tell anybody, and I think that's
Yeah.
going to add a lot of layers to her as we go along.
I think so. I already have some ideas for how that's going to kind of manifest in it.
By the way, I got to message you after this because I have a way to make it even more horrific.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That sounds great.
I know.
I'm not too sure what I'm doing with costuming yet. I'm probably going to shave.
Are you actually?
Oh, I'm probably going to shave, yeah.
Oh, you don't have to.
I am also. I need to book an appointment at Costco to get a contacts prescription.
Oh, you're gonna
I
do
would
the
like to
Costco
get. I
contacts?
would like to do colored contacts.
Nice. I'll
And-
talk you through tomorrow on how to do that. Like with Costco, it's a really easy process there.
Okay. And I mean, it's Monday. It's my games on Monday. It's my day off anyway, so I'll probably have my makeup done anyways.
That's true. Well, I'm really happy to have you here.
I'm happy to be back. I always
happy to
like
be back.
playing.
You get 2 D&D games a week now.
Woo!
You're gonna be so sick of it by the time it's done. It's gonna be great.
Little bit.
Okay, and finally, hey Robin, how's it going?
Hey! I'm doing great.
What are you playing? Who are you?
I am Vistra Dankil, a mountain dwarf / brewer awesomeness. Brewer awesomeness? Sure. My background is clan crafter, and I said before she is a brewer of the finest ales.
Nice.
I have an accent in mind,
Dude, what is
but
it?
it's kind of goofy. It's Australian. I would like to hit the sky with my hammer and my axe. So I was kind of testing
With
that
your
out
axe?
with my DM, with my axe.
With your
My
axe?
axe.
Yeah, no,
You know
That's
who
one
this
way to
reminded
break
me
up with
of? The
someone.
tall rock guy in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh my god, yeah. Like it's
Oh.
more like it's your accent's like a mix of like Kiwi and Australian.
I love it,
and
I love it.
Yeah. So
It's
like
great.
it's kind
Yeah.
of goofy, but like I
think you
was
should
thinking that.
You know what you do? If anybody comments on it, just say that you spent some time with the drow, so you picked it up when you were down under.
Yep.
Oh.
Straight up.
No, that's
so
totally
she has
fine.
red hair and redder temper. She's a barbarian, so she can kind of get a bit angry, but she also likes a good time.
love
Oh.
it.
I can't wait. We can all have a bear on the
China.
dick.
Exactly.
Hi, buddy.
Good old
Okay.
bear on the dick.
God, when I was teaching English in Japan, like it was like a bunch of Americans, bunch of Canadians, and then a bunch of Aussies and Kiwis, and it was like an arms race to see who could get the drunkest and craziest, the Kiwis or the Aussies, while everyone else was just like, who do we
Oh,
bet
I was
on?
in
The
New
Kiwis
Zealand.
every
Always
time.
bet on the Kiwis. They have nothing to lose.
I was in New Zealand just earlier.
Always bet
Oh
on
my
the
God.
Kiwis. We
Oh man.
can drink.
Oh yeah, you're part Kiwi. I forgot about that.
I am half Kiwi,
Oh.
so we can drink.
Well, we can have a beer on your dick.
Well, I might have to pull out
I
Scottish.
thought you
then.
said bear originally. In the
That's how they
accent.
pronounce it. Hey, you want a bear?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Want to have a bear? We'll drink it
A
on the
bear
dick.
on the dick.
yeah. See, I'm
just
not gonna be doing too much for voicing because obviously I don't have a very feminine voice.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Just like try to find a natural cadence that's like maybe a tiny bit higher or just a little more accented.
Yeah, I was gonna work on something that you kind of like what you do with Farah.
Yeah, like once you find the character's voice, you'll sound like her even if you don't sound like her.
Exactly.
I had a player in the game that I ran for Robin, actually, Austin. He has like this low, like bassy voice. He was playing like this 16-year-old female, like Kalashtar monk. Child, what are you doing? Sorry, my dog is eating things. Woof. And meow, everything. The cats are pushing things. My life is on fire. But he's got like this low bassy voice. But he gave his character like this very like light and airy tone, and it just worked for her. So it's like exactly what Kelly's saying. Like I just envisioned it as her. I was like, oh no, I hear exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
So that's.
And I think probably the attitude in the voice.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even
Yeah.
have to like change the necessarily tone, but or the highness of your voice, but
Just play
because
Brand.
Farrah's got attitude.
Fair enough.
Farrah's great. Farrah's wonderful. She's a 13,000-year-old gold dragon that acts like she's 16 because she was asleep for most of that time.
Yep.
She's so sassy. I love her so much.
She's amazing.
Don't let her die. Don't let her die. Because she can't come back without a wish spell. And that's
Fuck.
rough. Yeah, my normal campaign's a lot of fun. Okay, so here's the question. You guys have been trapped in the 10 Towns region. Now, I'm going to figure out, based on what we talk about today, which of the 10 towns it is. But some of the differences are, do you want to be a pre-existing party, or do you want to be a bunch of people like we spend the first episode going around and it's like one of you's drunk at the bar, and like, because you guys have been trapped here. You can't leave. Most of your food is, crops that can grow in the winter, of which there's like maybe half a potato can grow in the winter. I don't know. But a lot of
Needles.
fish, a lot of food stores that somehow are created like Goodberry, like magically. So
That's probably how I've been sustaining myself for 2 years.
and fishing, right? There's so much fishing.
Yeah.
But like, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to be a pre-existing party? Do you want to be people who know each other?
Personally, I like pre-existing just because it's easier than doing the awkward meet and greet. Why
Also-
are we being a party? Because we need to be.
Also, like how
Right.
big geographically are the 10 towns? Like it's-
The
it's
10, each
not
of
that
them, or the
big.
area?
like the area. Is it?
Fairly big.
Fairly big. It's actually, where is it?
I was running, what is it? Storm Giants Thunder, whatever the module is, and that's based in the 10 towns, and it's huge.
So if we were able to do this
Fairly
in
big area.
person, this would be much easier. But
Yeah.
this is the area.
Oh, okay.
And if you get really close, you can see some of the towns.
Oh, okay. So
And
it's quite large.
It's
Okay.
basically like a bunch of outpost towns in Alaska or the Northwest Territories,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Most of them are on some form of water, with the exception of Brynnshander, which is one of the big ones. And if any of you who are watching this have ever played Storm King's Thunder, Brynnshander is a constant thing there. So there are some really cool areas. I can basically go, they all are rated from 1 point to 3 point in terms of, let me switch to them so you read it out. So, friendliness, services, and comfort. Each one has a 3-star rating that varies. So, for example, Bremen is a 3-star friendly, 1-star service, 2-star comfort. It has a population of 150. Brynnshander has 1,200 people and is 333. Caer Dinwall has 100 people and is 2 friendly and 1-1. Things like that, right? So Brynnshander is obviously the largest. They range from about 100 to 150 people in the small ones to 50 people in Dugan's Hole. So that probably won't be the first place. East Haven has a population of 750. So like it's a pretty broad, but not huge, right? You were talking large towns. So what kind of place do you guys want? Like, do you want something that's friendlier? I feel like friendly is a good place to start with.
And slowly undermine it with the horror.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think
they're-
friendly and comfortable.
Okay. Do you two agree?
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, knowing Lysithian, it would probably be like in the middle road. Probably wouldn't seek out like crazy friendly, but kind of go middle of the road. But if
Okay.
everyone else wants to go friendly route, I'm fine with that.
I'll put mid to high, so I'll eliminate the low friendly ones.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay, and size mid to high.
probably.
Yeah, mid to high.
Yeah.
Enough to have like enough to support a brewery,
Okay.
for why Vistra would be there.
Well, you can't leave now, so
Like,
like
yeah,
it's
I'm
up to you if your
trapped.
brewery is still in existence at this point,
That's
right?
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Or maybe it's limping along, and that's why you're starting to do pickup missions for people where they're like, go fight a polar bear. I need 3 polar bear scrums.
Yeah.
Please bring them.
Hi.
Ayo.
It's
Oh.
I don't know, old WoW jokes.
Or are you gonna pull the Lost thing where you burn the polar bear with like a hairspray and like a fucking match?
Nah, she just takes her inks,
Is there icks?
God.
No, it's just going to be sort
drinks,
of.
and then goes and kills a pole.
Want to use
So-
You
spider
just need
bolt?
the druid to turn into a polar bear and talk to it.
Hey guys, how about we just not fight the polar bear to begin with?
How about you date the polar bear?
I can do that.
I'm just going to cast fighter bolt.
Oh,
I'm
fireball.
okay.
The bear casts fireball in return. It's on. Fire bear.
I give the bear bardic inspiration.
Bardic inspiration.
Bardic
I give it to-
inspiration.
You knew it was coming.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So, basically, the way this is going to work is we're going to go from level 1 to level 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there by the end of this, okay?
Hell yeah.
And the structure for the adventure, and for those of you watching, if you miss an episode, it's not the biggest deal in the world if you don't have time to catch up for the new one. The way it's going to work, episode 1, they give you 2 different plots you could start with. One is basically tracking someone down. The other is tracking down something kind of mystical. I think I'm just going to sandwich them into a single multi-part quest so that you guys can do 2 things at once.
Nice.
After that, you will start picking up jobs because each one of the 10 towns has a quest. You'll probably get through about 4, maybe 5 of them before the main plot starts. So the first 4 or 5 episodes are going to be just kind of going around doing one-off Monster of the Week plots. Sometimes you'll be doing something like going treasure hunting. Sometimes you'll be fighting monsters in a destroyed castle. D&D. And then the main plot will emerge.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So I think that'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, I will figure out which place to go to. In the meanwhile, though, I don't want to jump ahead, and I want to figure out what trinkets you guys get, because we're in Icewinddale and things are slightly different. So, going down, everybody go ahead and roll me percentile dice. So, and if you're new and you don't know what that is, that's both of your d10s. I rolled a 3. These dice suck. Oh, they feel so nice though. I got these matte ones from Ice Cream Dice. Ooh, they're really nice.
So I used my the creamsicle ice cream dice, which I'm considering the Goldine dice because they're lovely, orange and white. Guess what it rolled for my first percentile roll?
Did you roll 100?
No, 69.
Nice.
Okay, so you have a fabric doll bearing an angry expression. So you have a fabric doll. All right, who's next? Anybody?
I got a 16.
16. You have a small illustrated book of Northlander myths that has pages missing.
Okay.
That's totally in character.
That's perfect, actually.
Robin, what'd you get?
26.
26? Mm-hmm. A ripped cloth sail with a symbol you don't recognize.
All right.
Mike.
19.
19. A damaged Scrimshaw cameo depicting a merfolk.
Huh. Okay.
So you have a... If you don't like that, you can re-roll, but... Some of these are dope. All right. So, next, what I've done is they have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16... They have like 16 or 17... Math is a thing. They have 17 character secrets. Now, these range from ones that completely alter the course of your character's backstory to ones that are like, you saw a walrus once. I'm not even kidding. They have one here that I'm not using called Owlbear Whisperer. Now, by the way, if you are playing this adventure, this is the only one I'm going to spoil. The rest I'm going to send to people via text message so that only they and I know what they have. Owlbear Whisperer. Owlbears like you. If you're within 10 feet of them, you can make a charisma check. On a success, you change their attitude. That's literally a secret. Owlbears like you.
That should be more like a trinket.
That's more like a trinket, right? Meanwhile, there are other ones on here that go, you are actually Asmodeus, Lord of the Damned. Like, you're on a holiday, don't tell anyone. And I'm like, what the shit? Who wrote these like this?
I mean...
0 to 100 real quick.
Right? So what I've done is I've broken these down into A and B type of secrets. Category A are the ones where it actually will affect who you are as a person. They may change your background completely. Now, Hayden and Mike, you have already done those because they fit for your character. So I approached you and was like, how do you feel about X? And you were both like, yeah!
Yeah!
Which is great.
I'm
so stoked.
I'm going to let Robin and Christine both roll on the first one. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll, each of you are going to roll a D... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. D6. Five? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
So fly like a D6.
I'll turn that to a B, actually. Okay, so that one's done. That one's done. So it would be... I'm not going to use that one. That one sucks. Okay, and what did you get, Robin?
2.
2? Oh, God. Okay. So I'm going to send this to you on Facebook. If you don't like it, that's fine. You can tell me, please let me re-roll, and I will.
I'm excited and nervous.
Okay, so...
Nervous-sided?
Some of these are ridiculous. Okay, so send to Christine. Okay, Christine, there's yours. And Robin, I'm sending yours right now. Now, for y'all other two, you can each roll me a D8, and I'll ask for it in just a moment.
You got it.
Oh, Robin, this is This is an interesting one. You do not have to say yes.
I'm nervous-sided.
It is... There is a secondary one that I could send you as well that's pretty good. So don't feel compelled.
May I just say, the fuck?
I know! That's the one that I said earlier would be really weird for you because your backstory is really open-ended. But what? The shit.
I mean, I can see how I can make it work.
Do you want that?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know how I'm gonna play that one, but sure.
So there is an alternate one you can take. Let's wait to hear if Robin likes the one that was laid out for her.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I know,
sure.
Right? That explains one thing in your possession that you just got.
Yeah, it does. Real well.
So, but you don't have to.
I'm kind of intrigued. I'm kind of intrigued by it. I could work with this.
Okay.
That was me with mine.
Well, that also explains why you have an accent, because you came from far away.
Exactly.
And then you got trapped, and maybe that's why the brewery isn't really here. Like, you came to start one, or maybe you did start one, but... Do you want to go with that, or do you want to try something else?
I want to go with this. This should be interesting.
See, I'm just meeting you today. We've been chatting a lot online before this, but I'm proud of you. Christine, I'm going to send you the alternate one then.
Hey.
Because yours is really out there.
Okay.
You know,
more out there than mine?
Oh yeah! You wouldn't think so, but it be.
Crazy.
Like when Kelly came to me with my A choice, he's like, "Hey, what about this?" And I'm just like, "That's perfect. I want it. I want it so bad."
And you can see all the subtext and like the play around, like even in our private chat. I'm like, "Hey, can you provide this thing for me?" And the way that I get to use the terminology, I'm like,
My brain's just like going right now. I'm like, "Yep, I can do this. We got this. I got this."
As much as the first one is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do the second one because it ties in with a lot of the stuff I know from running Storm King's Thunder.
Okay. If you want, you can go with that instead.
It feels like it's more of a real thing instead of the really out there-ness of the other one.
Okay. So go ahead and take that instead.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to let you know what the first one is now, guys. So
Can I read it? Please, can I read it out?
Okay, so guys, if you are watching this video for the first time, mute until Christine stops talking in the count of, or if you don't want it to be spoiled, for one of the potential secrets. In 3, 2, 1, okay.
Okay, so it was an escaped prisoner secret. I was brought here from another world by spacefaring mind flayers. The ship in which I was imprisoned crashed in the mountains south of 10 towns. After surviving the crash, I nearly froze to death crossing the tundra to reach 10 towns. If some friendly trappers hadn't found me, I would have perished. I fear some of my captors also survived the crash and might come looking for me. Spacefaring mind flayers!
I'm so about
What the fuck?
that.
Oh man!
Hello? I'm so about
Yours is already
this.
good. Shut up.
No, I know mine's great. I'm not saying I want to change it because I've already worked my backstory around it. It's fine. But yo, that's so cool.
It's weird, right?
Like, I was just like, this just is gonna go goofy. Instead of like maybe we could make the horror angle work, but to me at least, I don't think I could take it seriously. Because it just sounds so stupid.
It also means that you have, like, especially you're playing a longer lived race.
Yeah.
So the whole, like, yeah, well, I could see it. You'd have to really lean into it in the exactly right direction. Oh, you can unmute. But yeah, so let's not talk about that anymore. So we're good. Okay. So now we're going to do secondary secrets because you're only supposed to get one, but some of these are really cute. So I'm going to do 2. So Hayden, what'd you get?
I got a 7.
Okay. Now here's the question. Do I count by column across the page or by page?
I don't know. I'm
2,
not
3,
looking at
4,
it, fam.
5. Nope, that doesn't really fit you. So... so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Tell me if you like this.
Opening fish book.
Now I'm super intrigued what my alternate was, but like I like my first one a lot now.
Your first one's good. All right, Mike, what'd you get?
I got 8.
Got 8. Okay,
3.
so you have a 3.
I have a 3. I mean, if 8 works better, I could have an 8.
Actually, I have 2 that I'm interested in for you. Are you from? You're from South, right? Are you from Waterdeep or Baldur's Gate?
I was thinking Baldur's Gate.
Does your character ever written anything?
Written anything?
Yeah.
Probably not. Some music, but probably not a thing otherwise.
But potentially songs, right?
Yeah, potentially songs.
Okay.
Sending?
I'm sending it to you right now.
I'm
Okay.
good with that one, by the way, Kelly.
That's okay. That's yours then. Go ahead, put that down. So this can easily be a song. And if that doesn't work, let me know and I have an alternate for you. All right, Christine.
Sorry, what was I rolling?
Roll me a d8.
Sorry, I was distracted by the chat about our faces after I'd been talking.
It's
I know.
it's so good.
7.
Hannah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that doesn't work because you're not. So I'm just going to count backwards then. Cool. Okay. I hope you like that one because that's the one I actually wanted for your character to begin with, which works great. Okay, so then Hayden was up here with... By the way, that can be deployed...
Oh my god, yes.
It can be deployed at any time.
And I can pick any NPC?
Well, when it comes up, yes, but only once. So, and this...
I already know who I want.
But here's the fun thing. Does not have to be a friendly NPC.
But our chocolate god.
Oh, shut up. Robin, what'd you get?
An 8.
Okay, so that's... Oh! Okay, that's actually... That makes an interesting addition to your previous one, actually.
Okay. Looking forward to it.
So tell me what you think about that. Mike, how do you feel about that? Yes or no? Because I've got an alternate for you that would work.
Let's hit the alternate.
Okay. Then here's the reason why you're here. Or one of the reasons why you're here. Okay. Okay. Does anybody else want to change up theirs? So, Christine, you're good with both of yours.
I am totally good with mine.
Okay.
They actually tie together really well.
Does that sound about right?
Yes.
Okay.
That one's great.
Okay, Robin, how do you feel about that one?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
Okay, let me find you an alternate one then. One sec. A lot of these are human only, and it's like Dungeons and Dragons. Everybody plays vanilla, you know.
The dungeons.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna send you one that's not good. Let me see if I can find another one for you. So I'll send you that one and that one because you're the noob. So you can pick between one of them. The first one's awful, and I don't know why it's in the game, but I thought I'd send it to you anyway. And
Is
by
it
the
the
way,
one you told me earlier?
no, I'll tell you if she doesn't pick it. I'll tell you after game. I will tell you there's one secret here that is literally, and this is no spoiler. I know that I said no more spoilers. This is literally, you know, Drizzt? Like fan of him. You once met him. You have a piece of his cloak. That's it. That's the entire story. Is that's your dark secret? Is that you're a Drow fanboy?
Oh my god! My brain, because I'm like building another, like I'm gonna be running another game for some friends pretty soon. My brain is already in like that creation mode that I'm like,
Yep.
but what if?
But what if?
Yeah, some of these secrets for being dark secrets don't really feel like dark secrets.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
It's
Do
not
any
like
of those sound
I killed
good
my
to you?
brother sort of thing.
I like the last one you sent me.
Okay, cool. Then mark that down. That's a pretty dope advantage.
Yeah.
And or that benefit that you get from that could be because of like your birthday. It could also be because of the events of your first secret,
Yep, that's what I
endowing
was
you with some
thinking.
weird mystical shit.
Yep.
I'm sad we don't have the mind flayer thing, but there'll be time for that later. Unless anybody wants to default to that, in which case send me a message later. Privately, because then no one will know, because it'll be like a double test. Double blind.
Da-da.
You
Okay.
thought this, but it's really this.
You thought it was me, but in reality, it was also me.
It was also me.
Ha-ha.
Duplicity.
It was me. I was despicable.
Oh god.
It was me. I was despicable. Hello, girl.
Hello.
Hello.
Technically.
Banana.
So earlier tonight we were having like a family dinner because Christine's birthday's coming up, and they made us play Cranium.
I love Cranium.
And then but then they kept funneling me the green cards. It was just like, here it was Christine and I had to do a golem off.
Dude,
It was
we've just finished
easy.
watching all the extended Lord of the Rings last night.
Nice.
We just got through the first movie. We're on to the second now.
We watched
Yeah.
Return of the King last night, which is my favorite, also the longest. But
I like all of them. They all have good parts.
they're all so good. But Alejandro and I were like listening to like all the different voices of Gollum that there have been for like the games and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, damn, like Liam O'Brien's is very close because I'm going to be playing the Shadow of Mordor games pretty soon. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Oh, really?
no,
Is
it just
Liam
reminded me of that.
Huh.
Yeah, he's Gollum in those games. Also, speaking of, did you hear about the Gollum game that's coming out?
No.
I have a link to send you, bro.
Please, is it like a stealth game?
I don't know, but you play as Gollum and you have to make choices as either Gollum or Smeagol.
Oh god. Telltale presents.
Dude, it's basically Smeagol Telltale that looks fucking great. And I'm
All right,
like,
you know what? I'd play that.
dude. Anyways, sorry, y'all saying that reminded me, and I'm like, Lord of the Rings.
It's so good.
No.
So, I've got that. I've got how you guys know each other. So, we were talking about whether or not you were a pre-existing party. Do you want to be people who know each other or who have adventured together before? So, like, obviously, like, basically, it's what level of familiarity do you want? Do you want a 2 or a 3?
I'd say a 2 for me personally.
I would definitely
fine.
say a 2. I think on the like I think
With my new secret too.
So you're all
I'm fine with
outsiders.
2.
Okay.
yeah.
So
like
if we already know each other at least, so you don't have to get over the "Hi, who are you? Want to go adventuring?" sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's like, "Yo, I know you. You're a bard. Get in
yeah,
here. Join
yeah,
us."
like
know
you-
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Stuff
you
and
guys
no
have
shit.
you guys have seen me, seen me play at taverns and stuff, and that kind of stuff. But
Nice.
Good night,
Okay.
Mimic.
Good night, Mimic.
Thank you for the
Good night, Mimic.
biddies.
Thank you very much. Mimic's
You're
like
awesome.
the best.
don't forget,
Mm.
don't forget
Glenn's
to be
the
awesome.
sweetest.
Glenn is the sweetest. Like, my sub count is huge because of Glenn right now.
I know he's sweetheart. Like we're working on stuff for for Blue Mimic, and I'm just like,
Dude, spam your stuff in the chat. Spam your links. Spam your links.
spam all your links.
You're the only one who's allowed to. Spam it.
If he doesn't, I will.
Yeah. Buy his stuff.
I know.
Buy it all.
Do
No,
it.
really, really good person. So, and very supportive, but also very supportive of mass murder in games, which was... What game was that? Oh, yeah, because he was at our Hexeter game where they're going to meet a bunch of nobles to, like, get hired for a job, and he's like, burn them down, take their money. slaughter them all. And I'm like, don't listen to the chat right now. Don't do it, guys. This is the quiet game.
These aren't the chat you're looking for.
Just jeb things for people
Just
in the
jet
know.
things, like the time you made a nuke.
That was such a good time.
That was a good game. You guys beat the computer.
Yeah, if you know,
That
you
was
know.
an insane,
You know.
insane game.
So, all right, so that stuff is done. So why don't we go ahead and talk some nitty-gritty stuff. So for those of you who are going to be tuning in, we're going to be playing every Monday night, unless we give you an announcement in advance, like it's someone's birthday or we're on vacation or something like that. We're going to try to play every Monday night at 7 p.m. Pacific time. That's UTC -7 if you are outside of North America, because we don't really use that. We just go Pacific. So game normally starts at 7. We take a break in the middle. It goes until about 10:30. Somewhere in there, right? But until it feels about right. What I wanted to say, though, is that this is a horror setting. So I want to make sure that we're all on the same page here. A lot of people have put out things recently in their role-playing books that are like role-playing and horror consent guides. Basically, it's a tick box of how willing you are to engage with certain material. Now, given this is Dungeons & Dragons, I don't think this is going to be past like a hard PG-13. I think it's going to be spookier more than it's going to be like World of Darkness games that you might see on this channel that are very mature. And if there is anything that ever comes up that's uncomfortable, just let me know, or you always can take control of the narrative if you're uncomfortable. And there's a term called fade to black. And I think a lot of role players need to start using this in their daily lives, because basically it's, remember the old James Bond sex scenes? You don't, because they pan to the fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do in these scenes. So if you're uncomfortable, or you're in a situation that doesn't feel good, you can always just be like, and we fade to black? And if you say that, I'm not even going to argue with you. I will change the scene entirely, and I might send you a message saying, when do you want to pick this back up? Or how much further after this? You know? Because we don't need to have exclusive role-playing of going to the tavern to pick up wenches. Unless you want it. If you want it, I'll do it. I have no shame. But, you know, nobody should be forced to participate in anything they don't want to, particularly in horror. Does that sound good?
That sounds good.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's good for me. I'm a big spooky horror fan. Like, Halloween is just where I live. I watch horror movies while I write scripts.
Oh, it's
Because
so good.
when I am having writer's block, I put on The Conjuring.
See, I haven't watched The Conjuring yet. We
Yo,
should trade horror
it's-
movie factoids soon.
Yeah, can we? Dude, we should have like a horror night, like Dork Tales horror night, like not streaming, but just like watch movies.
No, because we can stream Amazon.
Yeah, we can stream Amazon. I'm
We
pretty
can-
sure The
we can watch The Train
Conjuring
to
is on
Busan.
there. Oh,
And-
dude, I love Train to Busan.
Oh, I've only watched half of it. I had to stop it because Christine kept leaning in the door to watch it from work. And I'm like, I'll restart the movie with you, and then you can see Korean Dwayne Johnson.
Oh my god, I've seen bits and pieces of it, and I already love it. But
Have you not seen the whole thing?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
Dude.
We're gonna have a
Which
Dork
movie
Tales
is
movie
this?
night.
Yeah, Dork
Train to
Tales movie
Busan.
night. Yes.
It's
I
a
haven't seen
zombie movie on a train from Seoul to Busan in Korea. And it's not a zombie movie in the traditional sense. It's an action. It's what Resident Evil could have been.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think
Yeah,
when
see-
it comes to like the stuff that not to do, all the direction I ever gave you in World of Darkness was no like fingernails.
Oh
Yeah.
God, I'm so
No.
sorry. I did that in Vampire, not in
Yeah.
your game. So that's
It's
good.
like don't do fingernails. Preferably don't do eyeballs. That's just weird. The sort of
That
stuff
is
that
weird.
where we cringed in Ready or Not
Which you
when
guys
she
need
put
to
her
watch.
hand down on.
Oh yeah.
Like
Or
that
like the
sort of
Quiet
thing.
Place basement stair sequence, if you know what I'm talking about.
Ooh,
Or
see,
the Home Alone stairs thing, like that
Yes.
sort of thing. Don't get into detail when it comes to that, but otherwise,
I'll
I'm
go
pretty
I'll
open
go
for
light
just about
detail, right?
anything.
Like I'm not, and the thing is
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you're heroes, so you're not gonna take like you're gonna take an arrow to the eye. You're not gonna take anything smaller than that because that's not heroic, right?
Mhm.
Even if it's horror, I'm gonna treat you guys with respect.
yeah.
Yeah, and like, yeah.
Which, if you haven't seen Ready or Not, you should watch it.
It's
I
really good.
haven't.
Mm.
But yeah, it's fingernails. Eyeballs don't really bother me, weirdly. Like in real life, F that. but
Oh, yeah.
like
Right.
obvi, but like in horror, that stuff I'm like, yeah, because I'm just like such a little weirdo, man.
Some
I'm just
people have a thing, though.
I'm just a little goblin. But yeah,
Did-
no fingernails, stuff like that. But that's kind of it.
Well,
I
there's
got
very
too
few.
good of imagination when it comes to that sort of stuff.
Yeah, no, that I'm like,
Yeah.
ugh.
The one that always killed me was the pencil in the ankle in Evil Dead 2. That
Ooh,
was
yeah.
that
don't
always
like that one either.
because like I was watching a video that was talking about the magic of Evil Dead the other day, and Christine heard me scream from the bathroom, like she was in the bathroom taking off makeup or something, and I was like, "Oh God, not again!" Because they used a clip, and I'm like, "God damn it!"
I like for me, I am completely open-ended with horror stuff.
Oh yeah,
Or-
because you turn into a sociopath eventually.
yeah,
I wonder how long
exactly.
you
Like,
can hang on with her,
I
because all of your dudes go insane like that.
Zeno hasn't gone insane.
No, it's
I
not
mean-
a horror setting.
That's true.
Yeah, but
That's
he's already
true.
contemplating killing Farah.
Oh, that's true.
No,
You-
I am doing everything I can to avoid killing Farah because I don't want to.
So the party
Sure.
adopted the NPC,
sure.
Oh.
the NPC dragon character. So I have an NPC PC that follows the party around and gives them trouble. But it just turned out that he has now has an enforced Gaius that he's going to eventually kill her,
Yeah.
and no one else knows this, and it's a big drama point. Tune in, generic fantasy setting. Season 3 starts tomorrow at 7, and oh God, I'm sorry for season 3 in advance.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, what am I doing tomorrow? Do I have time to tune in?
Yeah,
Either way,
right.
I'll throw on a host.
Do it.
I mean,
do
we
it,
ended up
yay!
finishing season 2 with taking out a blue dragon.
That was great.
You didn't kill
Hells,
it.
yeah.
That was
No,
impressive.
that's why I said taking out.
Oh man, so this is going to be a fun game, guys. I am excited for this. Is there anything you guys want to talk about or that you want to get in line before we start in 6 days?
Not really too much. I'm just super excited. I've been excited about this module. As I said at the top of the stream, I'm so hyped for this module. I think Kelly and I have been texting about it for months.
Because you got really hyped, and I was like, maybe I should run it. Because I was thinking you were going to run it on your channel, and I was like,
I was thinking about
do
it.
I actually get to play in a game?
I am going to be running more games. I'm not going to plug my streams over here. This is about Dork Tales. Like, I am going to be running more games on my channel, but because of my fan base, they're going to be Percy Jackson based. I have a friend who does Nat19, their streams, who's going to be helping me like rework the rules of 5e into Percy Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Which Robin is going to be playing in one of those games. So they're going to be like short little quests.
I mean, you ever need anybody else, you know where to look. I'll make time for you.
Yeah, no, I was going to reach out to like Dork Tales people, stuff like that. And, but yeah, so like that kind of stuff over on my channel, be running more games. And
What's your channel again?
It's just Hayden Daviau. Here,
and you can put it in the chat, can't you?
Yeah, I can.
You do that.
You're famous. You're the famousest.
Oh my god, I like voiced in like some anime.
You did a live action too, didn't you?
I've done a lot of live action,
Yeah.
actually. That's how I got my start doing dubbing. So
And a lot of audiobooks.
a lot of audiobooks. Some good, some really bad.
I hopefully will be joining you on that soon. I've got a
my
couple of auditions I'm
God.
setting off this week.
Dude, once you complete your first bad audiobook, text me. Or
I'll send you the file and I'll be like, look.
Dude, I showed one of my roommates. I was like, this is what I'm working on. He's like, oh God, do you need wine? I was like, yes.
God. It'll be weird. But anyway, this is going to be a great game. The only thing that some of you might not be aware of is, Robin, have you ever played with Inspiration before? Not everybody uses it.
I mean, I played with it. Hayden never gave me any inspiration
Okay.
because my puns weren't as good.
Everybody starts with one at the beginning of every session.
Okay.
And I'm super generous. You can use it after your roll if you really want to.
Oh, you are kind, Ian.
I am very kind. I also try not to kill people unless they really earn it.
That's fair.
I'm also really not good at being tactically mean to people unless I accidentally party wipe you. It's really weird.
I
don't know.
mean, We almost TPK'd last Vandalia, so.
Did you? What were you fighting last Vandalia?
Were we like gonna get TPK'd by like the soup?
The soup man?
Yeah.
By the
We were all-
cauldron lord?
We're
hag
getting,
and the
Yeah,
cauldron thing.
yeah, we're all getting a little low.
You guys did way too much damage against Super Shaggy.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was ridiculous. I loved that episode though.
That episode was so dumb. You guys really need to tune into It's Always Magical in Vandalia if you just want the dumbest D&D game ever. I literally ran a game where they were in a Scooby-Doo house and had to fight the Scooby-Doo kids at the end of it.
It was great.
And including Shaggy, whose stand was Scooby-Doo, a la JoJo. It was so dumb. And that's the show.
That's
right. I ended up with a talking rat after all that.
Oh my
you did?
god, yeah, you did.
We
Did you
forgot
lose
about it,
that
then we
rat
never
between
named it.
missions?
Sorry?
Yeah, because it was a little girl rat with a tutu, wasn't it?
I think it was a little boy rat, and it got its own tutu as well whenever I critted.
Yeah, no, whenever you
Oh, that's right. Because
magical girl transformation, it also transformed. Oh my god, I forgot about
So I figured, like, I kind of remembered halfway through
So this is the more serious
last game about that, but I just figured, oh, you know what? Maybe this game came before that one, maybe, because we're just telling stories, right? But
Yeah.
next bar scene, I have to have it with me, I think. I
Yeah.
can't come up with a name. So chat, actually, feel free to send us some name ideas.
Rat Damon.
Rat
Like something
Damon.
that I can
Rat
actually call it
Damon.
in game, like, and kind of could be funny, could be silly, but also could
Rat
like,
Hugh
kind of
McConaughey.
fits like
Oh.
general naming conventions.
Because he's
So-
all right.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
say
Wayne the Rat
Wow.
Johnson.
I'm gonna say in chat, whoever donates the most bits gets
Oh.
to name the rat.
So far, Mimic's got
Oh.
100, but like Mimic's gone.
Oh,
so
I
it's-
mean as of right now.
as of right now,
Open your wallets.
open
Do
your
it.
wallets and
Name
your
the
hearts.
rat.
That's
Listen,
right, because it had happened right before Extra Life Tabletop
Oh.
Appreciation, and I've been tempted to say, oh, whoever donates the most for that will get it.
oh yeah,
God.
no, I've been streaming, like I've been living with Alejandro streaming. It's like, no, you pay for what you want.
You pay for what you want. Ratatouille. That is the one question, is whether or not we're going to have this session, I guess that would be like session 6 or 7, or no, 12? Something like that. Whether or not we'll run the day after Extra Life in November.
Right.
I don't know if I will be up for that because I'm running like 9 games that weekend. But by the way, Extra Life, if you guys have some extra money and want to support charity and get some charitable receipts, don't forget that extralife.org has a fantastic charity that gives money to kids that we use to raise money for them. We managed to beat the hell out of Team Xbox, like the official Xbox team. We
Which
teabagged
was
them.
so great. I was
We're just
so
like,
excited.
Oh, we also beat St. Joseph's Preparatory School.
Fuck
Suck it,
yeah!
St. Joe's.
In the tabletop appreciation.
In the tabletop,
weekend.
no,
The
no.
tabletop appreciation.
We
Twitch.
haven't yet gone through the big
Xbox hasn't
main
even turned
event.
their Xbox on. They haven't been like, Xbox, turn on. And then they're just going to beat us.
It's too busy Red Light of Doom or whatever the fuck it's called because it's an
red ringing.
Xbox. Red ringing. It's because it's an Xbox.
It's
New
an
ones
X-Bone.
don't do that.
It's still an Xbox.
Yeah, but it's good.
Oh, wait, because you're an Xbox boy, aren't you?
Yeah, I have Xbox.
I have
Oh.
a PS4.
But
I have a
PS4?
PS2.
That's great. If you
I'm
get 2 of
doing
them.
Good too.
I'm playing a PS2 game because I'm playing Psychonauts right now.
Nice, nice, nice.
I'm in the final stretch. I'm so excited.
So,
See, I do a lot of my PlayStation games on my computer, and right now this is what I'm running.
is that Persona?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Oh, nice.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's P3, yeah?
Yeah, P3.
PC is
I-
really good. I cosplay.
Oh, yeah.
To shamelessly shell out about Persona 3, if you
Oh.
look up Black Mage Brad Abridged on YouTube, I'm in a Persona 3 Abridged where I play Mitsuru. It's stupid, it's funny, and you should go watch it because it's a good time and it's smartly written.
Nice.
So
Nice. That's
Fly.
Black. What is it? Black Brad?
Black Mage Brad Abridged. Or Black Mage Abridged. I don't remember. You'll find it.
Okay.
It's
The
one of
extent
my.
of my video gaming at the moment is Mario Kart 8 on Switch.
Nice.
Can you play
Animal
Mario Kart
Crossing.
online?
Yeah, you can play almost
think
all
so.
of Switch games online.
I was gonna
Oh,
say,
you-
I was like, if you can
you
play Mario Kart online, we should Mario Kart.
Oh,
Oh, we can even
I need to
stream that.
practice a little more.
can you
I'm really
too?
good at 50, but
Nice.
I'm bad at it, so let's do
I
it.
am-
It was a lot of fun playing and realizing just how detailed the backgrounds are.
Oh my god, it's
I started
so
with
pretty.
N64, and this is just like so crisp.
Oh, the
So
N64.
much detail.
I know.
That's
All
what I
right.
grew up on.
So, if you guys want to get up to speed on what type of feeling this is, and you have the time, go watch John Carpenter's The Thing. Because
I need
apparently,
to watch it.
have you never seen it?
Not entirely.
Watch it on the worst quality tape possible or the best quality. Don't go for like a mid-range. Either get the Blu-ray or watch it on VHS. It just the grain adds an effect. But no, it's fantastic. I actually didn't watch it till this year, and it's super atmospheric and super
It's
good.
my favorite.
It's Kurt Russell, who is the handsomest man of his generation. Like, he's so pretty.
He really is.
I had to watch a bunch of his movies when I was doing research for my master's, right? And so I had Christine watching a bunch of them, like Escape from New York, the original, right? But right after we'd watched the new Santa Claus movie where he was Santa Claus, and she's just like, he's so pretty and giving.
That's a good
Giving of the
Christine.
booty.
Giving up the booty. He's got an excellent
Pretty, pretty
package
booty.
in his sack. I don't know.
I mean, I felt a little bad because the entire time we were watching like Return of the King yesterday, I was like, oh, I love Aragorn, and my boyfriend's sitting right next to me,
And
I'm
he's like,
Oh, see,
I love Aragorn.
we were watching kind of going like, oh, I love Aragorn in stereo.
he's just so pretty.
I'm not usually
he's-
attracted to men, but he's pretty.
He is pretty.
Listen,
He
he's
is
the
pretty.
reason I love beards.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good on him.
It does. Also, Viggo Mortensen is just so charming.
It's true.
He kept
It's
the
really
horse.
funny how you change
Yeah.
opinion though as you get older. Because
Yeah.
14-year-old me, when it came out, loved Legolas the best.
Yep.
I have been an Aragorn stan through and through since I was like a child. My dad
Yeah.
raised me on the extended editions, so I'm like,
I grew up as a young teen with my friends, pausing the VHS. Best parts of Legolas.
oh
least-
my god.
That's how old I am.
I dated a
Pausing
girl
VHS.
who shall remain nameless, who used to like freeze frame the labyrinth at the scene on VHS
I
where it would just
can't
be
blame
David
them.
Bowie's crotch, and she just freeze frame it on that when she was still figuring herself out at like 12 and 13, and she just stare at his bulge.
Yep. No, mine was
Welcome to Dork
the
Tales.
right age group to
It's
have
fine.
just printed out internet pictures, like OG Google Images pictures of Legolas plastered to the inside of
And they're just
lockers.
like badly blown up JPEGs, but you're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, no. My dad raised me on the like extended DVDs, so like every night we'd watch one disc.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
By the way, there's one thing on my random side tangent that y'all should know is coming out soon, which a bunch of people have been trying to pressure me to run on the channel, and it is, as soon as it freaking loads. Wow, this is really slow. Drama. Oh, for God's sake. Come on.
God's waiting.
The Labyrinth tabletop role-playing game is coming out this year. It comes out on November 30th.
I texted my friend Kira as soon as I found out about that. She's a fellow voice actor here in LA,
Nice.
and David Bowie is like the love of her life. She has a star tattoo. Like she loves him, like everything Bowie. And I texted her the second I found out about that game.
So
I guess if
good.
you do run that, I should probably actually watch the movie, huh?
You've never seen the damn...
Never
Okay, it's fine.
Okay.
As long as you've seen Flight of the Navigator.
My dad did get it for us. Borrowed it from the library.
Oh my god.
I think I was like 6 or 7, and same with my brother. And it scared the crap out of us with those puppets.
The scrawny puppets are scary, like the rat puppets.
And so we never got past where she first is trying to get past Hoggle to get into the labyrinth.
You see, and you've never seen Dark Crystal then, because if that scared you, Dark Crystal's gonna scar you.
Dark Crystal's like
we were
actually
just kind of like,
terrifying.
And then my mom was like, eh.
Did you watch
So we
Secret
just
of Nim
stopped
when
it.
you were growing up?
Yes.
Okay, but I say because that one always messed me up. I started watching that when I was like 4.
It never really bugged me too much.
It was
I
the
love
art.
Secret of Nim.
It's super good. Like I've seen it 100.
Yeah.
Well, like I was that type of young kid where I'm like, this scares the hell out of me. Let's watch it again, right? Like that
Yeah,
scene
no.
from the animated Hobbit where the goblin is like, and you can see like another mouth inside of his mouth.
Yeah.
I watched that the first time when I was high on the chicken pox, and I dude.
Yeah, see, that was the like dichotomy between the movies we watched at my grandmother's house. Secret of Nim, Chipmunks Around the World.
My God. Like
The
Oh, that's the
songs
best
in that
movie
one,
ever.
I still
Oh my
remember.
God.
Those
His
are
name is Girls of
fantastic.
Rock and Roll.
yes.
Yeah.
Dude, I have been.
I
I'm
identified
trying
with
to-
those girls so hard as like a 10-year-old.
Same. I have been trying to persuade my friend Tia to do a cover of that song with me because that needs to exist. And
That would be fantastic.
that movie is the reason that I would wear like leggings with skirts and like try to like mimic their little outfits.
I think you've got a new
Oh, yeah.
cosplay for next con.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it'll happen.
And
I'll
whoever
cosplay.
does the one in blue, like the little chubby one with the blonde
Yeah.
hair, you have to have a stuffed penguin.
Oh yeah, the penguin.
You have to have
That's
the
so-
baby penguin.
Dude, that
And the
song
little
is
cooler.
depressing. That song is
It was.
really sad.
I know. But it was so cute.
There's
Oh,
so
God.
many. The Chipmunks were rad back in the 80s.
Oh my God.
Yes.
80s Chipmunks is just peak. Like,
Did you ever see the
so
one where they
good.
found their mom? Like the.
No.
Oh, dude, I used to watch that all the time when I was a kid. They find their mom who abandoned them on Dave's doorstep.
Oh God.
It's got this mother and child reunion song, or I'm sure it's like a actual song, but like, it's rough. I grew up with like watching that because like I grew up overseas, so I only had videos
Mhm.
that were on VHS that like my family would copy off on Saturday and send to
Oh my
me.
God. Yeah.
Thus my strange encyclopedic knowledge because I watched the same thing a million times and rewired my freaking brain.
See, I would just rewatch the same thing a million times just because I don't know how to start new things unless I'm sat down to like watch it. Like I would never have watched Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, just to throw that out there again, unless Alejandro's like just binging it all the time. And now I'm like, so this is my favorite thing.
You've watched DuckTales, right?
Yeah. Have you
Okay,
watched the new one?
Like the new one.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like the old one's
is
great,
it?
but the new one's like super good.
It's- If you like the new DuckTales, this is just for chat in general. If
Yeah.
you like the new DuckTales, watch Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If you have Canadian Netflix, it is on there. It will change your goddamn life. It's
you-
amazing.
If you have a
But
VPN,
yeah,
you have
when it
Canadian
comes to
Netflix.
DuckTales,
Yeah.
have you perchance seen the similarity to our channel name?
I
What?
sure
Dork
have.
Tales.
We
What?
totally hadn't been watching it for a while when we started the channel.
I ran an entire Mage the Awakening LARP and just reskinned the first 3 episodes of DuckTales. I'm just
Yep.
like, this is done. This is the same damn game. It's great.
It's fine.
That's how I got my Scottish accent down. I just mimicked David Tennant until it stuck.
Oh, David Tennant. I love him.
He's great. Okay, so I think that's pretty good for us tonight, guys. We've got our plot. I've got my notes.
Yay.
We are going to start bright and early on the 21st, and you can tune in with us every week. If you are just trying to sample out whether or not you want to get this module for yourself, we're doing this weekly so you can keep up with us and see whether or not something you want to run yourself. I'll try to keep the spoilers to a minimum until we go through those points of the story, so I'm not going to like give away any secrets to y'all. And I really look forward to... Someone just asked my uptime. Okay, cool. So I really look forward to running this for you, and I really look forward to playing with the 4 of you. I think it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun,
So
and it's going to be dramatic and funny, and there's entire scenes where you go play sports. It's
I'm
weird.
super down.
You play, I think you play lacrosse with some giants at one point or something. It's weird.
That's very Percy Jackson.
Or baseball with vampires. That's what you do in the Pacific Northwest anyway.
That's fair.
not saying anything.
Okay.
Play super
I had been
massive
to
black
Forks
hole in the
before that
background.
book came out.
God. All right, so that's going to be it for us for tonight for session 0. Thank you, cast, for making some time this late in the evening for us to do this. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We will see you next Monday night at 7 o'clock on September 21st for Game 1 of Rime of the Frostmaiden. Thank you, Ryuji. And that is going to be Episode 1, Cold Open. And... also, don't forget to tune in because this week we have Generic Fantasy Setting Season 3 begins tomorrow at 7 p.m. And then on Friday at 7, we have Werewolf Forsaken Season 2, Episode 7? 8? Something like that. As the pack continues its attempt to try to stop evil spirits, as you will. And then we've got this. So we will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Good night.
See ya.
Good night.
Bye.